Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I've had a lot of new people over the last little bit, and I just wanted to say welcome and hello, and we're happy to have you here. If you don't know, my name is Courtney. I love all things thrifting, chickens, family, DIY, and so you'll kind of find a hodgepodge of that on this channel, specifically because my family and I recently moved from Canada to North Carolina, and we are in the process of finding our home, but while we're doing that, we're staying with my mom. And so I've been doing little makeovers in her house for the past couple of months. You can check all those out. I'll have them linked down below or have them in little cards above. But right now we are currently working on the front room makeover. So if you missed it, pause this video and go back to last week's video because I started the trim work in this room. We took everything out, we reorganized. This space was a mess before. I'll show you a little clip here in case you didn't catch that video. But yeah, it was just jam-packed full of stuff. And so I have been working on making this a nice space for my mom again, because this used to be hers. We kind of took it over. My brother-in-law took it over, my sister, and so now we're ready to give it back to her. Last week's video, we did the trim. It looks amazing. I'm so excited. It is all caulked and I put the wood filler in. So now we just need to sand it down a little bit and then I get to start the fun stuff. So we are gonna take down the curtains today. We're gonna patch the walls. We're gonna paint them. We're gonna work on all those little projects and we're gonna tie up this room in a nice little bow for my mom. She's currently in Texas, so it's perfect. So when she comes home, it'll be a nice surprise for her. But you guys, let's finish this front room. I'm so excited. It's the first room you see when you walk in the house. So I can't wait to just open that door, look to my left, and just see cozy comfort. That's what I'm going for. But elevated, elegant. My mom is an elegant lady. So without further ado, guys, let's just get into it because I'm ripping and roaring and ready to go, and I have no idea why I said that. Say bye-bye, baby Courtney. If you're wondering if command strips work, they do. Aha! You guys, I can't tell you how long I've waited to take these curtains down. Nothing drives me crazier, except for my children screaming my name. Nothing drives me crazier than curtains that are right to the window and so low. Guys, you do such a disservice to yourself and your space. Bring these curtains up and move them out, and your window's gonna look larger, your room's gonna look taller. I promise you, you're gonna love it. Also, these blinds have not worked in I don't know how long. This is how we keep them up. We tie them with the cord. Otherwise they don't work. I should have left them up there. But we're gonna take them down. We don't need them. We have the curtains and we just don't need them. So we're getting rid of them. And we're not replacing them. Everything's totally fine. Woo! we are ready for paint, which I'm so excited. I forgot how much work goes into prepping a space for painting. I was just like, okay, trim's done, we can paint. And then I was like, wait, I have to do all the things that you just saw me do. So anyways, that took a little bit longer than I expected, but it's totally fine because we're at this stage I'm excited for, because once this is done, it's gonna feel like the fresh, clean slate it needs to be, and then we get to decorate. Although I think I've said I have that coffee table, I still need to decide. I said it in my last video, I might not have said it in this one, but I have to decide if I'm stripping it and staining it or if I'm painting it. I don't know, but we'll deal with that in a minute. But for now, the paint that I picked out was Sherwin-Williams Pure White. And now you might be like, okay, the room is white already, but this white, excuse me while I shake this, I had this for a minute. This white is more of like a off-white, a little bit more of a cream white, and I'll put some pictures up here of some inspiration photos. I did not swatch it for this room, I just looked it up online and I said best off-white paint color, and this was one of the ones recommended. So we're gonna try it out. I basically just want, you know, I've got my beautiful, I'm looking at it right now, but I've got my beautiful artwork in here that I'm gonna put in here, and white that it is now just felt too crisp. And so I was like, I wanna just, you know, soften it a bit, but I definitely still want it to be white. This room gets gorgeous light. This will be my mom. My mom is a photographer. She does her work in here. And she had originally, you know, a couple years ago mentioned that if she ever had clients or anything like that, she wanted a space to bring them to. And I thought this could be that area. If she uses it like that, who knows? But yeah, I just wanted something a little softer, not as harsh, and that will complement all of the beautiful artwork. So I'm gonna shake this up and let's get to painting. the next day. I'm in my comfy clothes. It's Sunday, so after this I'm gonna rest for a little bit. I'm not gonna get everything done today, but I did want to get a couple things done because the front entrance is right through these doors and everything that was in this room is out there. So it is a chaotic mess. The kids can't get to their shoes. We were going to church this morning and it was just a mad dash. But anyways, the trim is beautiful. It is dry. It is looking great. I did 2 coats on it because I didn't do a primer. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a 3rd on just the trim alone. And honestly, that paint, the walls really only needed 1 coat, but I always like to do 2 just in case, because I feel like there's always one spot where, where you don't put the paint on as thick. But the reason I'm here is because I want to hang the curtains. So I picked up this curtain rod from Home Goods, and it was $30. And I just decided I didn't want to do brass. The pictures are gold, but there's no really other elements of that in here. Although there might be now that I think about it because I'm doing the lamps. But anyways, I just wanted it to remain neutral. I didn't want it to be like a feature. I didn't want to do black and I didn't want to do wood just because we have other wood elements in here. So I just figured, it's a good neutral. It'll kind of blend in. It has a little bit of like scuffy detail. You can see that there. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hang this up. I'm very excited to see the difference alone in doing those curtains as opposed to how I'm gonna do them today. So let's go ahead and hang this up. All right, you guys, the curtains are up and I got these off Facebook Marketplace, and I was in like a Facebook Marketplace mode where I was like looking for things for these projects that I'm doing, and I was just like bing, bang, boom, is this available? Yes, yes, yes. And I don't know, I just got like lost in the headspace of buying these curtains that I paid $45 for them, which is not outrageous, but I could have bought these at Home Goods for the same price, if not cheaper. They are blackout. But yeah, I'm only speaking all this because I was just like kicking myself afterwards. I was like, wait a second, I just paid $45 for 2 curtains that I could have got, again, at Home Goods for everything I just said. And the reason I'm a little bit like, is because I just, she had them in a bag. We were in a Walmart parking lot. We just exchanged. We had the kids in the car. I didn't look them over. But had I maybe would have taken a second because it has the blackout lining in it, but the bottom isn't attached, and so the blackout part like hangs over the bottom. So I just have it pinned for right now just so I can like visualize it, but I'm going to sew that on because otherwise you're looking at like a gray mess underneath your curtain. Also, I have a steamer that I brought down, and I have had it in my closet with these curtains for weeks since I bought them for this room. And I don't know where I put it down, so I'm gonna have to wait a second on that, but I will be steaming these curtains because they are very, very wrinkly, but very excited about these. I'm very happy that they're blackout since we don't have the blinds anymore, which I'm happy we don't, because now these windows are very large and beautiful. The curtains are hung and they look great, and the window looks more grand than it ever did, so I'm very excited. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and push everything to the sides, bring everything back in, and that might be it for today. And next I need to spend some time with my family. It's the weekend, my husband works during the week, so I want to spend some time with him, and then we're gonna decorate next. All right, you guys, the room is painted. It is set back a little bit, and now we are ready to add in some more of those decor elements. We have to pick some lighting, the side tables, and most importantly, the artwork. So I've got my big, beautiful piece that we're gonna go ahead and put up on this wall first. And then I'm going to show you, I have so many frames that I've been collecting. The only problem is that I've been collecting gold frames specifically. Whenever I see them, I grab them. I wish I had a little bit more wood to mix in because I don't want it to just be gold, 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 so in your face. But I'm going to try and work with what I have, and then we'll kind of go from there and we'll see if it's going to work or not, and if I need to try and find some other things or, you know, work around this. But anyways, I'm excited to get this artwork up on the wall. We're going to figure out, you know, some configurations, what we want it to look like. I think I want the mirror in the middle. That's why you guys kind of see that it was in the middle of the floor, and then the other ones having either 2 or 3 on each side, depending how big, how small. I want it to be balanced. I want it to be calm. But yeah, I'm excited. And then we are going to, like I said, figure out the lighting. I've got a table that is also a light, and I've got another one in my son's room I could use. There's a bunch of things. So we're just gonna go through and see what we can do, and let's get to decorating. All right, we have the frames hung on the wall. I'm keeping the art on the left. The art on the right, I'm gonna keep the top, but I obviously need to find one for the bottom, so stay tuned for that in this episode. And now I'm gonna take off this slipcover, get rid of the pink pillow. It's obviously not staying, the blue one probably will. But take the slipcover off, and then I have these 2 side tables. I'll show you guys a closer up. Neither of them work. The one right now, currently, my mom just got it because you can plug your, what are they called? Phones in them and that kind of thing. It's not necessary up here, especially because this is going to be her area now, so we can get rid of that. It's also holding the internet modems. And then I've also got this side table over here, which is wooden with black. It's great, it's beautiful, just doesn't work for this space. So we're gonna move that downstairs, and then I have a lamp that has like a glass table built in, I'll show you. But yeah, we have no overhead lighting in this room. We have this beautiful window, which is gorgeous for most of the afternoon to the evening in the summer, but in the winter it can be very dark in here, especially on a rainy day. So we just wanna add some more lighting in. So I have 2 tall lamps that I'm gonna add, and then I may add another small side table lamp. It's just nice if you have company over, if you guys wanna read or whatever. You and your friends just read when you hang out, then 2 people can have a light. So we'll see what we can do about that. But yeah, I'm gonna bring lots of lighting in because there's none overhead. So without further ado, let's brighten this place up. I don't think I've ever put together a lamp before. You guys, my mom has this chair, which I feel like goes well with the other chair. It doesn't match, but I'm okay with that. You know, this is vintage, this is thrifted. This is what it ends up looking like. But obviously it has seen better days. Unfortunately, we're not in a spot right now to get it reupholstered. And in general, you know, we want to wait till we find the right fabric. So a handy tip for if you get a thrifted chair like this and you love it and you can't afford to reupholster it, or you just don't want to for whatever reason, just take a blanket. This is also thrifted. I got this for $12 at a local thrift store. And you can just toss it over and hide those spots with a cute little throw. All right, you guys, before I show you the after, you know we need to take a look back at this before. So remember, this was a room that my whole family was using, my brother-in-law was using, anytime any guests came over, Christmas, you name it, this is where the family huddled. And so it was a hodgepodge of sorts. It was a homeschool room, it was a playroom, it was a video game station for my brother-in-law, it was Brad and I's hangout spot at night, it was our library reading nook. Basically, it served every purpose it possibly could and then some. So the room was cramped, the room was crowded, the room had no vision. And honestly, I just didn't feel like giving it one because I knew that my brother-in-law and my sister were going to be moving out soon. And so it just was what it was. But yeah, you guys, it needed some desperate love. And that's exactly what we gave it. So take one last look at every little thing that was cramped into this space. And then I'm so excited to show you the beautiful, gorgeous after. But before I do, I have to tell you guys something. So I had dental pain come on out of nowhere last week and I had to have emergency dental surgery. And so because of that, I wasn't able to finish the coffee table like I wanted to. And you'll notice at the very end, I add the piece of art that's missing. So I hope you guys enjoy it anyways. I'm still really happy with how it turned out and maybe we can come back to those projects later. So what do you guys think? I hope you love it as much as I do. Honestly, you guys, I love cuddling up and cozying up in this room now. I know it's my mom's, but she's been gone. And so I honestly just love coming and sitting in here. It's just a nice moment of peace in my busy day, and it's so calm and so serene and exactly what I wanted. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Like I said, I would love to come back to that coffee table maybe. I just think a nice dark wood would really ground the space a little bit more. But yeah, I'm so happy with it. Everything in this room was thrifted except for a lamp. I think everything else was thrifted. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe if you aren't already.